here we are again, cooking. I've not done this for a while. So, everything is already prepped, which is good. So, first thing, important thing, when cooking, always make yourself a drink. Here's one I prepared earlier. Okay. So why are we doing this today? Well, I don't know, why not? So we're going to make enchiladas. Now we're going to use one of these, which makes it very, 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 very simple. But the whole point of doing this is one, to show you how simple it is to do this, but also the great thing about these is once you've bought one and you've sort of gone through the process, you can then just buy the ingredients individually and it's a lot cheaper. So you basically just buy supermarket, what do you call it? Tortillas. These are obviously out of the pack. I mean, you don't get a great deal in the pack anyway. Literally all you get is tortillas, sauce, and spice mix, which is a lot. And what they charge you for it is quite a lot. So it's much, much cheaper to buy all those bits separately. You can still even use the same sauces and spices because they sell those separately anyway. But you can obviously, again, just get the supermarket's own brand. Makes it a lot cheaper. The thing about this is it is a nice, quick, can be fairly cheap meal. And it's something that, especially if you're like a student or something, you can do quite quickly. So basically, all you need is basically 500 grams of chicken, which we've got down here. I'll show all this in a minute. One finely chopped onion. Now, it does say one grated courgette. I don't like courgette, so I've not put any courgette in. And 150 grams of grated mozzarella or tasty cheese. I'm using a bit of both. I've got some mozzarella and I've got some cheddar. That's pretty much it. So it's fairly simple. I should just show you it all laid out now. So I've got grated cheese. That's supposed to be grated, but I've just chopped it up. Finely chopped onions-ish. And your chicken. Quite a lot of chicken. It's supposed to be, I think, 500 grams. They're slightly over that there. I think it's like 550 or something. And then, like I say, this is the stuff that comes in the pack. So you've got tortillas, spice mix, and sauce. And then you need 150 ml of warm water, which we've got here. You get your 150 ml. Well, we preheated the oven to 180 degrees. Blah, blah, blah. Combine the seasoning mix with 150 ml of hot water and both pouches of cooking sauce. So basically that's just these bits here. So, like I say, you can buy these separately and buy obviously your tortillas and that separately as well, and it does work out so much cheaper than buying one of these packs. You can probably buy the whole thing for like £1.50, £2 maybe. Whereas these are like £4 or £5, depending on where you go. So that's the spice mix in. Can't take my fingers off. Right, sauce packet 1. Squeeze all that in. Again, just for the warm water, literally just boil the kettle and then left it standing for a bit so it's not boiling anymore. Yeah, I know using one of these packs is it's not really cooking, is it really? It's not cooking. But it's good to obviously demonstrate how easy these things are. Let me just get rid of the rubbish. And, yeah. So we've already got our, I think like I said, our, come on now. Put it on. Right. I have cooked these before, but not for a very, very long time. And again, once I started sort of getting used to cooking them, I just buy everything individually, which you can do. A nice thick sauce, so you can see that there we go. Well, it's not thick, it's kind of this consistency. That's what you're kind of looking for, I'm guessing. Oh, it is. I'm not guessing. That's what you're looking for. Right. Oh, there. I did have a really nice glass dish that I used to cook these in as well. Unfortunately, it got smashed. I'm having to use this one. This one's probably a little bit too big, but we will make do. Right, so heat a little oil in a large frying pan, cook goodness for 2 minutes, add the chicken's courgettes and half the cooking sauce and sip. Let me just grab my frying pan. Let's get this on the heat. So that's our oil warmed up, so let's get our onions in. Oh yeah. We'll get those cooking down. 2 minutes, then we've got to add the chicken, which is starting to leak all over my table, which is kind of good. So let's get our chicken in. That's the chicken in. And let me just wind this up so the chicken overboard. So we'll just leave the chicken to cook for a few minutes and then I'll be back. So chicken has now been cooking away, so we now have to add half the sauce mix, got that, and half the cheese. It's about half. So with the cheese, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a few bits of the mozzarella in. And then the rest. Let me just grab it. Sorry, I'm moving around so much. The cheddar. So we'll just cook that down for a bit more and move on to the next stage. Chicken and that is all cooked. Hopefully you can see that. We have warmed up our tortillas. Let me just get rid of that. Into a spoon and a knife. Now it's just a case of, oh geez, put some of the mix into each one and wrap it up and place it in our dish. I do without throwing it. This is not really going to be the greatest example, but as you can see, we've got them all in our dish now, wrapped up and ready to go. So I'm fairly sure it's just a case of pouring the sauce and that off. Place large spoonful of chicken mixture into each of the tortillas, roll and place on a grease-proof dish. Spoon over the remaining cooking sauce and cheese and bake for 10 minutes. So yes, I was right, as I thought I was. So, really what I needed is a slightly smaller dish, but one that's a bit deeper. Oh, I just got sauce all over me as well. But that was grand. Spread all that out. Smell of sauce now. Smells of worse things. So here we go. So you should be able to see that we've got the sauce on there now. So we are just going to sprinkle over the rest of the cheese. We'll start with the mozzarella. Just throw it sort of all over because it'll just melt out nicely. I actually don't normally buy it. Normally when I do these, I do actually just use cheddar. But I figured because We're doing it sort of properly today. We'll get the mozzarella as well. But who doesn't like a bit of cheddar? Plus, if you're not a cheese lover, maybe this one's not for you. So there we have it. Now covered in cheese, we're going to pop it in the oven for 10 minutes. Like I said, the oven was already set, I think, on 180. Down to the middle shelf. I'll just double check that. Yeah, 180, 160 on a fan assisted or gas mark 4. And so we just bake for now for 10 minutes, and then it will be ready. But let me just 1 second. I'm just go over to my spice drawer, my chicken drawer. So as you can see, I've got loads of things on here. Here's one. This is a fajita one, so it's not an Enchilada one. But as you can see, you can buy them from El Paso individually. It does work out cheaper, or you can buy supermarket owned brands as well, which are just as good and even cheaper. So like I say, if you're wanting to do any of these packs, what I would say is buy them once, and then after that, start, buying the bits individually. It does work out cheaper. So we'll see what they're like in 10 minutes. Right, so it has been, get that out of the way, 10 minutes. So let's see what we've got. We've got a look fat there, man. Fat. I'm telling you, fat. Oh. And there we have it, fresh out the oven. Don't drop your dinner. Probably is slightly over, because it was a little bit longer than 10 minutes because I had to nip and do something. But there we go. You grab a plate. Grab a fish knife. This is where the messy bit gets. Getting it out of here. And onto the plate. And there we have it, one very big pile of enchiladas. I don't think I'm going to eat all that, but there we go. And I've got plenty for the next couple, well, next probably 2 days, to be honest. But there we go.
Jet plane headed up to the sky, spread wings and the clouds getting